Welcome to the boardroom. This is XRP Boardroom with ZRK BUSTER.
Got some coffee going, son?
Welcome aboard, son. No, dude, I'm doing chamomile and green tea.
Oh, nice.
It's evening time. I don't want to get all, I don't want to get all jacked like normal. How you been, bro? You doing good?
I've been good, brother. Yeah, I've been busy today, man. I just got in here at the buzzer. Let's talk some shop.
Let's do it, bro. Yeah.
Shop,
this is XRP Boardroom. For anybody who's watching, this is XRP Boardroom. This is a live community chat. We let people come in, talk shop. My name is Berserker. This right here is Uncle Buster, and this is ZRK Buster's. We run it here. We do it here. So live community chat. We let people come in. We talk crypto. We talk red pill. We talk about a lot of stuff, But today we're just gonna chill billy it, be a bunch of chill billies. So, how was it? How was everybody was like, where was Buster last week? Where was Buster? And
yeah, dude,
coffee time. You want to talk about it, bro?
I want some Kings tickets, like at opening baseball day for my son, and I put some tickets in the Kings raffle bag. Every team does a prize. And then I won the Kings prize. I didn't even know there was 3 tickets, man. And they're like lower level. So that was last Sunday, man. Me, my son, and my daughter went. And they smoked them. But they're about to play Golden State tonight in an hour. No OT. 60 minutes.
No overtime tonight, gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Welcome aboard.
Yeah, man. It was a good day, man. Kings smoked them. But tonight is winning if they lose tonight, they're out. They play Golden State, so we'll see what happens, man. That's the only thing I do that's deep state shit is I watch the Kings, man. It's the only TV I watch, bro, is Kings games. That's it, bro. I used to watch it all.
Well, I used
to watch football all day.
Yeah.
And then I watch Sports Center.
Well, it's like, dude,
4 loops in a row and see the same shit all day, man. Just do that every day.
Well, it's ingrained in me too, bro, but it's on the music tip. So with me, I'll throw in some like Rage Against the Machine, which is super woke bullshit nowadays, but like Rage Against the Machine from a long time ago, Bulls on Parade, People of the Sun, bro, you don't even know, dude. It gives me chills, dude, because it's that those informative years when you grow up, you get excited, you get involved in sports, you get involved in music, and it's impressionable, bro. And we can't stop that. We can't just like take it out of us. You have to what do they say in the red pill world? Unlearn everything you've learned. You know what I'm saying? It's
there's still stuff.
There's still stuff, bro.
Stuff we don't have any idea about, but
some old school like Red Hot Chili Peppers shit, dude. That's some like deep state Hollywood like pedophile shit. But Chili Peppers, or early Chili Peppers, bro, was like shit I cut my teeth on, bro, like as far as music. And it's been a tough cookie, but yeah. But anyways, we got a boardroom, and I figure we'll let the baby gates down because we're keeping it to a clean ass hour today. And we got a couple of homies here. We got Johnny Crypto, and we got Mel Diamond Hands. What's up, brother? Welcome aboard.
Welcome.
So Diamond Hands, but just so you know, guys, Diamond Hands Mel, Mel, you do us so much good in the community, bro, and you're a connection maker. And Johnny Crypto, nice to meet you, brother. I'm Berserker. Thanks for having us on here, bro. This is XRP Boardroom. We got Johnny Crypto, and he knows a lot about crypto, bro. He's been in the Twitter space for a long time now. You got a lot of people, and I'm not sure if are you simulcasting to your YouTube now too, or no? What do you got?
Yeah, I don't know if we're connected there, but let me just say good evening, guys, and thank you for having me tonight. I'm happy to be here and love talking about crypto or anything else you guys want to talk about.
Yeah. Love it, bro. So welcome to the YouTube little niche of like community chat. So this one's going to be exciting because what we do is we usually let the link into the public, and so they come on and they join us. Whoever really has the balls to really come in here. And we talk a lot of shop, man. It's pretty fun. Been doing this for a little while.
So anybody could just join right here with us. That's
Yep.
actually really cool, man. I like that.
Yeah.
So it might get a little hypey, bro. It might be fun. Like a lot of the boys tend to join, and so we got about 100 watching right now, and so it might build up. Our norm is about 200. So, what do you guys think, man? I was gonna say, like, people are talking about settlement, like Ripple settlement. It's imminent, but then we got a guy that, you know, in our group that does a lot of research, and I've done some research, and the paperwork states that we're going towards like more July, because there's a lot of dumb red tape and meetings and shit. So in my opinion, I'm like, well, you know, it could have happened anytime the last 4 years, last 6 years for a lot of you OGs. But
I thought you were gonna say like December. July is literally like 74 days away, bro.
yeah, 74. You broke it down to days, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, even if it goes to July, if I don't know if I'm doing the right math, but it ain't far, man. So
We're not far.
no.
Yeah. But
You know,
What do
it's
you
funny. Considering it's only been like, I don't know, 3 years, 900 days, like 74 sounds like nothing after all the things
exactly.
we've been waiting for. To
and
get through.
you're just talking the lawsuit. You're not talking about the OGs that started off early and started seeing the Riddlers and all the pool posts and all the crazy connections in the early days where they knew it was imminent then. And it's like, come on, you know. But here we are. We got to keep rolling. We got to keep rolling till the wheels fall off. So welcome aboard, Johnny. Very nice to meet you. You want to talk to us a little bit about what your channel's about? Maybe blast yourself a little bit if you want to get it out there and get all these guys.
History, like your background and all that, if you want to bring it up a little bit.
Yeah, sure. I'd love to, guys. So I started in crypto about 4 years ago, around 2020. Started to get into it. I got introduced first to crypto from the 3T Warrior Academy. So I don't know if you guys know Coach JV. If you're familiar with Coach JV and the 3T Academy, but that's how I had first heard about this whole entire space. So I got interested into it, and I was first introduced to it through XRP. And I literally remember I was kind of watching XRP, and hadn't bought it yet, and the lawsuit hit, and I seen the thing go from like 60, 70 cents to 20, and I'm like, oh shit, that's how the elites bought the Bank of England, right? They put news out there, they crash everything, and then they buy it for pennies on the dollar. Like, shit, I'm loading up on this soul bitch, and started buying a bunch of XRP, loading in my bags, and I really, really got interested in like what's going on in this space, and started doing a lot of research. I'm a technical guy by degree. I have an engineering degree in electrical engineering. And so I'm a man, so, so technical things, I'm interested in those things. So from that point, I joined the 3T Academy and became part of the research team and started helping them research into the crypto space. And Coach used to go away on these 1 week events down in South America. So he was gone for a week. He's like, hey guys, I need someone to, fill the channel for a week. So we're like, all right, we'll do a 1 week show. And it was called Good Morning Crypto. It was literally supposed to be a 1 week event, and that's it. So we did that for a week, and it was a huge hit. We were getting, 5, 6, 7, 8,000 views a day. We're like, wow, people like it. And lo and behold, that became the Good Morning Crypto show that we have today. And so we've been doing that and educating, and it's all really about just educating the community, right? We don't monetize the channel. We just want to help people understand what's going on in the space. How does the game work so you don't get played, because we know it's rigged. And then we said, how do we took it to the next level. We realized a lot of people watch their accounts go all the way up and all the way back down. They don't know when to sell. And when we talk to a lot of people, you start to realize, like, holy shit, they just think the prices are going to keep going up forever. And that's not how the markets work. So that's when we invented Merlin, which is a crypto tracker that helps you keep track of all your coins. One of the biggest things when I got into space that I realized, guys, was I had coins over here, I had coins everywhere, Kraken, MetaMask, Coinbase, they're all over the place. And one day I'm sitting there like, what the hell's my account doing? I had no idea. I don't know about you guys, but I ended up creating a spreadsheet to try and keep track of everything. But that was a nightmare to keep track of, because as you add more coins, you got to add them in, and then what's the prices? You know what? I'm going to create a freaking app. And that's when we created Merlin. which is a crypto tracker app that brings all your coins in one place. But what we did differently is a lot of trackers out there today all do that, right? But what none of them do is help you think about an exit plan. So we built a tool in our app that allows you to create an exit plan. So for each coin, you can go and put some targets in there. And what's cool is when those targets are reached, you get an alert saying, hey, your target's reached, time to sell. And what we noticed is that was training people now to start exiting on the way up. Because if you exit on the way up, you all know, you've been in crypto, right? Crypto crashes 80, 90%. And when it crashes quickly. So we want to make sure, that's right, don't miss leg day. We want to make sure that you're taking profits. Leg days are brutal, by the way. And so that's what we did. So we're trying to help the community, creating awareness around crypto and give them the tools that they need to be able to see what their accounts are doing and to know when to get out. Because I'll tell you this, guys, if you're going to get into crypto, you better know when you're getting. I would not get into something if I don't know when I'm getting out. And that's really what we're trying to do.
Beautiful. Thanks, Johnny.
Beautiful.
That's good, man.
Our chat gets a little spicy, bro.
It's all good.
Yeah.
So
Shout out to Norseman with the $20 super chat.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, brother. And Angus Scrim, man. Appreciate you.
I think Norseman said fondles these nuts earlier, bro.
Oh, man.
Love you, Norseman. Now,
good.
a lot of the guys in the chat, we call it like this big culmination of this group, Johnny, is a lot of OG crypto guys. You'll see a lot of blue wrenches in the chat if you're watching it on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
But, and a lot of them, what we do is we call them Blue Crew. So Blue Crew is all the guys that are mods for all the big channels. And a lot of us are mods for like all the other big XRP channels too. We got a lot of, sometimes we'll get some random like big wig come in. But this chat is chillbilly, bro. Like you bring up whatever you want, bro. We can talk about tinfoil hat stuff. We can talk about aliens. We could talk about tunnels under the ground. We could talk about the firmament. We could talk about crypto and nothing but crypto, like whatever. So there's no holds bar. You can cuss. You're fine. So you got carte blanche, Johnny. Welcome to the boardroom.
I wanna ask Johnny. So I've only been in crypto about 8 months, and I ran into these guys online because Bags, XRP Bags, the one that's these guys are all hosting the moon party in Vegas, May 5th. But one thing that I'm new in crypto, so I'm trying to play catch up. And one thing that you always say in the morning, because I watch your show, is that we're just starting and we still have quite a bit longer to go to build our bags. And that kind of gave me some kind of peace because I'm like, I'm way behind. All these guys have been here for 4 or 5 years. And you're saying that we're in what stage are we in right now? So
when you look at technology, right, you have a speculation stage and then you have a utilities phase. There's really two main phases. In that phase, when we go from speculation to utility, typically on average is about 10 to 12 years. And so what I've been telling everybody, if you look at where the investments is right now, the biggest gainers are all meme coins. That tells you we're in a speculation stage. If we were in a utility phase of this, you would see a lot more investment going into projects that have real world utility use cases. So we're still very early, is what I've been saying, from a perspective of getting into this space, because guys, just talk to your friends and family. First of all, the stats show 5%. There's only 5% people invested in crypto today. When you look at all of our technologies, the way things work, the back end, the way I'm talking to you on this system, the way banks move money from one place to another, all those things are still, they're running off of old technology. Some of these banking systems run off of old COBOL software, really, really old language. All of that is about to change. But nobody's really going to see some of these things because they happen on the back end. But these changes are being looked at right now. And when you talk about technology doesn't happen overnight. Computer was invented in 1950, but we didn't even see the first one as a retail user until 1980s. took 20 to 30 years, right, before you bring it to retail. It takes a long time, is what I'm saying, to build things. So what we're looking at right now is the world switching and moving to an entire blockchain system. That ain't going to happen for another 10, 15 years. Will we see beginnings of that happening now? Yes, absolutely. We're seeing decentralized apps on Ethereum, things on Solana. You're going to see those things happening. They're out there, but we're at the very beginning of it. So if you look at the Amazon stock price, for example, when it started in the beginning, now, that thing was sitting around $7, $8, went up to 120. Then we had the crash in 2001. And then the next 10 years as a billion utility, it was kind of flat and sideways, and then had a huge, massive price appreciation when utility really kicked in. Again, 10 to 12 years later. I suspect similar things will happen with these blockchains. Some of these will become the backbone, the infrastructure of how our banking systems work, our financial systems. The whole entire world is going to get tokenized. All those things are going to happen, but that's not happening overnight. That's going to take a good 5 to 10 years for that to fully get in place. So being able to get into some of these technologies now while we're early, and to be able to own these things and just sit on them in 5 to 10 years from now, see what they're worth. I think it's going to be we're going to create generational wealth for guys like us who are this early. So that's usually what I talk about on the show. That's what I believe is happening. I believe we still have a long way to go. People say, oh, we're in utility phase. No, we're in the beginning. But when you see the real money come into any kind of space, it's when you're kind of in the mature utility phase, and we're nowhere near that right now. I hope that
beautiful, bro. Beautiful. It's a pleasure to have you, Johnny. We're gonna open the baby gates, and we're gonna let the peeps in, and this should be pretty fun. It's pretty cool. This is one of those concepts that a lot of people tend to not do on YouTube, but we've busted through the plenum as far as being able to do that. So this is kind of like that little niche, that little pocket of YouTube where you can come in here and just get crazy, bro.
Love it.
So links in the chats, gentlemen. Join us.
What percentage of your bags will you hold on to until utility? Or are you just gonna try to trade and come back in at a lower?
You talk about for me, the way I'm playing it is I'm not much of a trader. I'm more of a hodler. So I'm going to be playing it where I'll be looking to sell, maybe depending on the technology or the blockchain or the coin it is, maybe 40 to 50, 60%, but I'm taking 30 to 40% with me. I am not making the same mistake I made in 1997 when I sold my Amazon for 20. I bought it at 17. I sold it all at 27, thinking I was the smartest trader in the world, and instead I was a complete retard. Because if I had held 20 or 30% of that, I wouldn't be talking to you guys right now. I'd be on my island. I'd be a multi-millionaire. Look at that. So I learned my lesson in 1997. Make sure you take some of your bags with you in the future. So 30 to 30% of my crypto bags will be coming with me 5 to 10 years from now, because of the mere fact that I'm not making that same mistake I made. And that's the whole beautiful thing of Merlin. It'll give me the exit strategy. It'll give me the alerts of when to sell, and I'll sell that 60%. And by the way, I don't know if I told you guys, we give it away free 30 days for everybody to try. Just go to www.merlincrypto.com. I could give it to you guys, put in a link below, and people can try it out. Free 30 days. You got nothing to lose. Come and try it out.
Put it on the description also if you don't mind.
Yeah, throw that in the chat, bro.
I tried. It blocked me. It said you can't do it. You know what? I'll put it in the private chat. You guys could probably post it.
Okay.
There you go. Yeah, man.
Another thing,
because even when people talk about selling, everyone has their own ideas, and I'm like, that's a utility-based idea that you just said. I'm gonna save, a nice chunk of my bag. I call it for the dummy money. When they flip these switches, and I think one little switch is going to be crazy, let alone, but I don't know. We'll see what happens, man.
Yeah.
Well, Jason in the chat, he goes, the banks want this now. Each day passing is each day they're paying high fees. Roger that.
I'll be happy with some passive income in the meantime. If we can just get, we have everything lined up right now. We have Medico for custody. We can literally at some point get to a comfortable level where we're all providing liquidity pools and making a passive income off of it. I mean, if you pay me 6-7%, I'm Gucci, bro. I'll ride this thing out to 2030. I'm cool. I don't need to cash anything really out. I mean, there's a structured way, you know, you could take that passive income and deploy it in a, you know, like Johnny, 3T Warrior, you guys have a lot of things going on over there. I've been following Coach JB for like almost 4 years now. So he's really into the tax thing too, which is really interesting, like the 7 series, whatever tax advantage. But I'm really looking at that. But what I'm really curious, and I'm going to pick your brain for a minute, if you know anything about it, is what is the risk level if we have like an ICE 9 event and everything pretty much goes to zero? Like the stock market goes to zero, so to speak. We have a reset of currencies. We have a reset of everything, so to speak. Where do insurance policies come in to where they actually are shielded and protected if there is anything that shields and protects them from like an ICE 9 event? Do you know anything about that? Do you have any understanding of these insurance things that he's offering? Because I'm really interested in it.
Yeah, so I am well aware of the IUL, the Index Universal Life Insurance that we're in, where that's a protected asset. And anything that earns in there is tax-free, and you can borrow against that asset too. So for me, that's one of the things that we all have done. We've all set up our own IUL policies and try to max fund those. But when you think about something like an ICE 9 event and everything going to zero, this is why I tell everybody you need to be diversified. For me, I'm diversified in crypto. You know, you can't just own one asset. You've got to have crypto, be diversified in silver, gold, and I'm not talking about the shit online. I'm talking about the stuff in your safe. You know, there's three precious metals you need to have. Okay, you gotta have some silver, you gotta have gold, and you gotta have lead to protect your silver and gold. So I got all 3 of those precious metals. You got all 3 of those. All right. And then you want to have a little real estate. You know, I have very little fiat, but for me, the diversification is in having those kinds of things. So you've got some gold, you got some silver, you got some real estate, and then you have some crypto. To me, that's the best. And then, of course, having the IUL, the insurance policy. That's about all you know, in my opinion, anyway, things you can do to diversify yourself and have different assets. And then the other thing, too, you're going to laugh, but having things like canned foods, like, you know, Robert Kiyosaki, he talks about all the time, have cans of tuna. He ain't kidding. If the world goes to shit, you know, you can't eat gold and silver. So have some chickens, have some tuna, you know, those kinds of things. I mean, the reality is, you know what, you're going to laugh. You know what I think is going to be the biggest currency? You're probably going to laugh fast. I got a big shit ton of seeds, food, seeds, like things to grow. You know, there you go. Plant seeds, huge, right? Because at the end of the day, think about it. All we really need for survival is food. And that will become the single most important asset that people will barter with if things really go to shit. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen, but if we want to prepare for worst case scenario, those are the kinds of things you want to be thinking about. So hopefully that gives you some ideas. Guys, I put that link in the private chat if you guys want to share that with your group here. But yeah, so those are the things that I'm doing, Crypto Navigator, to kind of protect myself and my family, is diversification. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. That's the best advice I can give.
Are you set up in an LLC and then a trust, irrevocable trust or something like that? Are you guys? So are you set up in an LLC and then an irrevocable trust at that point, and then an insurance policy as a third collaboration per se? Is that kind of how you have it structured right now?
So that is the way you'd want to structure it, yeah. So you structure it where you can build an LLC, have all your assets kind of rolled up into the LLC, then the LLC being owned by the trust. And then
irrevocable. Correct, because there's many trusts, and that's why I brought it up and said it like that. And I'm sure, you know, Coach JB could probably give him more information on that, especially if they're doing the insurance thing.
He can. And in fact, I would encourage you guys, if you're interested in that, come and check out the Academy. You can try it out for 7 days free, and you'll see all the things in there. And I'm not the expert on that part of it. I can tell you that you're right. There are several types of trusts, and on that one, whether it's irrevocable or non-irrevocable, that you'll want to talk to the experts there, and they'll tell you what's the right way to do it. But Coach literally has a whole program, the 5 pillars.
Can you get him on the show?
I can't even get him on our show anymore. He's so good.
Yeah, I know. I was getting ready to say that, man.
Or
It was funny.
somebody-
I texted him yesterday earlier. I was like, "Yeah, we want to come on the show tomorrow." He's like, "I can't remember," but I would say that we can definitely, certainly have some conversations. Come check out the academy. Come talk in there, and we can even maybe bring somebody on that could talk more about that, just to give you a little bit of an overview. He would be a great person for it. I'll certainly ask him, but again, his availability is quite limited these days.
And if you don't mind adding Berserker and Uncle Buster and the guys on your DM, that we all are connected.
Oh
And
yeah,
then,
I will do that.
I know you have a documentary coming out. You guys have a documentary coming out, and then we have a moon party that we would like to invite you guys in Vegas, and then you have something else coming up, a conference. If you want to talk about that.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. So we've got the Freedom Conference coming up next week. 3T Academy. People can.
Where's that at? What city? What time? What date?
Yeah, so that's in Arizona, and that's next Friday and Saturday. Both days, 2-day event, and I can also get you guys the link for that. We still have a few tickets left if people want to come, and that's where we're going to teach about. By the way, the IULs you're talking about, there'll be an expert there talking about that. We're going to be talking about how to build an exit strategy in this market, how to understand the emotional marketplace and dance around that. We're also going to have talks about security, how to secure your assets, making sure you're doing things right. So it's a really, really good 2-day event. People can come there. We get to shake hands, kiss babies, the whole 9 yards. So come on down, come and check it out. That's next Friday and Saturday in Arizona. I'll get you guys the link so you can put it below the YouTube or the show if you're cool with that. And then the following week, we will be at XRP Vegas, Brad Kimes event, XRP Las Vegas 2024. We were actually one of the only earlier sponsors in the last event, 2023, or we were one of the only ones with a booth, I should say. Merlin, we will be there again. Merlin will have a booth. We'll be there at the show or at the conference in Vegas on the, 4th and 5th? What are the dates? 3rd and 4th. 3rd and 4th we'll be there. And so I'm actually leaving, I think, on the 5th or the 6th. So hopefully I'll have some time to be able to join you guys at the moon party. That'd be cool.
Moon party's on the 3rd, actually.
Oh, it's on the 3rd? Oh, good.
Friday night, yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful. Friday night. All right, yeah, we'll be there. That's awesome. We'll have a whole crew with us. We'd be happy to come and hang out with you guys.
I had a question for you. How'd you go straight to XRP, man? Who like put you on XRP?
Yeah, so that was Coach. When I got into so what was cool is my cousin sends me a TikTok, right? And he says, "Dude, check this out and see what you think of this guy." And there's this big jacked up dude in a tank top, and he's talking about a certain family, a corrupt family in the corrupt banking system. And I'm like, oh, this guy actually gets it. A lot of people don't realize how corrupt our banking system is, how our dollar bills are built on fake paper, right? Nobody really knows what the Federal Reserve isn't Federal and isn't Reserve. Nobody knows that stuff because no one pays attention. But if you do your research, you'll realize pretty quickly, like, holy cow. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, this guy gets it. That's somebody I want to, follow. So I started following him, and all he kept talking about was he was in the banking industry, understood how banking worked, and talked about how there's these two different coins, XRP and XLM. And XRP would be something the banks would use for cross-border bank-to-bank transfers, and XLM would be bank-to-consumer. And I was like, oh, wow, and I started doing my own research, and it all started making sense. That's how I said, well, you know what? Two of my biggest bags to this day now are XRP and XLM, because I truly believe that when you look at the real world solves, we have a major problem. It's very, do you know the fastest way for you to send money right now to somebody in Europe is for you to get the money, put it in a suitcase, plane, fly it over to Europe, and hand them the suitcase. That money will get there within 10 hours.
I could send it to I could send it to MoneyGram and do it in 15 minutes.
You can, but you can't. You can send the money there, but the settlement time for that money to settle in the banks, that money can get reversed at any moment in time. With the 3 to 4 day settlement period. That money actually isn't settled till 4 days later. So, like I talked about earlier, you just described, I'm glad you brought that up. So there's a front end system and there's a back end system. Front end, MoneyGram, PayPal, looks like I'm sending you money. But the reality is that money is not truly in your bank from my bank until 4 days, 3 to 4 days later.
Atomic
That
settlement.
money could always be reversed at any time. But with XRP, when I send you that money, 3 to 6 seconds later, that done. That money's actually there and it's settled. It's not like, oh, I gotta wait and we gotta offset the books and balance the books 3 to 4 days later. No. It's done instantly. And that's the difference between blockchain technology and why they're going to reduce costs significantly in the banking system, because the banks now, it's very expensive if I've got to hold money and balance it 3 to 4 days later. Think about what the FX rates, which are moving daily, serious risk, right? But if I transfer something and I settle in 3 to 6 seconds, fuck it, let's say a minute. I settle in a minute. Risk is gone. What are the chances that the price is going to move significantly in 3 to 10 or 20 seconds versus 4 days? Huge risk. And that's why the banks love reducing risk. And more importantly, their bottom line costs are going to go down dramatically. So huge benefits for the banking system. And that's why you're seeing them all talk right now about creating a blockchain cross-border system solution.
Exactly. And another thing to add, Johnny, on that note is we already have a digital banks already are sending themselves. Like CBDC it might seem like a new thing, but we've had banks, sectional digital currencies that banks been selling to each other for years now. That is nothing new. The only thing that's different that's happening today from tomorrow is interoperability, meaning that none of these bank systems are communicating with each other. But when you're able to communicate with banks themselves, and banks themselves turn into tech companies, which is why they introduced open banking, you have a whole different system and a whole different landscape that enables different opportunities and different things that was never possible before. So you're 100% correct. And then, if you look at the Federal Reserve of Boston, they had a whole classification of stablecoins. They had a global stablecoin, which I believe is exactly what you said. It was probably be like XRP, and then you had like a retail CBDC. Now, if you go into the Stellar's website, Stellar is paired with every single country, and they call it a SCBDC, but you can literally just cash out with Stellar instantly, right? Sent and settled instantly. And so I 100% agree with you. You're like 100% exactly.
That's why I mentioned MoneyGram, because you literally can cash out now with Stellar.
Yeah, but MoneyGram is completely different.
World.
MoneyGram is completely different, because with the MoneyGram, even though, like, okay, for example, if you want to send, so let's just say that you have money on your Coinbase and you wanted to send money somewhere else, wouldn't it not be easier and faster to send that same money on the XLM network itself rather than going through a middle custodian? I mean, it's a completely different story, because with the MoneyGram, you would have to verify yourself and make sure that the person is receiving it is the person that's receiving it. It's not just about posting payments, but it's about settling payments at the same time, posting and clearing instantly.
I think they've already established those agreements already, and that's why they're utilizing the network. Why would they utilize the network if they weren't already set up to cash the payments or utilize the payments and verification and KYC? I think the reason they're utilizing MoneyGram is for the KYC, because it's all countries throughout the world, and this instant atomic settlement on that ledger for retail payments, because that's what we're talking about here. I think that's really happening in real time. And that's why we heard recently, like in this year, we heard that you were able to, cash out payments using XLM, using MoneyGram locations all around the world. So I think that is like the forefront of what's to come through other type of setups like we have with Medico, like XRP Ledger. Even though they said they weren't really for payment, so to speak, it's still that possibility and endless possibilities that we're now starting to see on the ledger. So it's great, though, that we do have these two actually utilizing the technology and not just a project like so many other tokens. And, we're starting to see these regulations come into place. And as soon as we got another month left before Europe actually finalizes their regulations. I think we can actually see these on-chain movements utilizing these agreements that they've already made. So
yeah, but
I'm
the
really
even,
excited where it's gonna
even
go.
MoneyGram and like Western Union and all that shit, like to me, that's a middleman, and I think their days are numbered. They have to
100%.
find
100%.
Well, they have the
out.
they have the licenses to use these assets, though. That's the thing. Why would XRP go ahead and get 50 of those same license agreements in the United States to utilize the technology? Why would they spend that time, trouble to get the same license agreements that MoneyGram has already got throughout the rest of the world? And with the amicas that are coming into play,
you're missing out the big.
I understand,
Alan. Like the main part is like. Go ahead. Sorry.
Who's gonna go to MoneyGram when you could do it yourself? Like when you go out,
it's just an avenue. That's pretty much that's where it's starting right here. Like we're at the forefront of adoption. They're already utilizing the technology they already have. Like it's the same thing with Swift. Is Swift actually going to stay around now that we have, a stable coin coming out on the XRP ledger? Do we need Swift anymore? So I think these old archaic systems are still going to stick around, is what I'm saying.
Real quick.
Go ahead. So sorry about my sound. I know I sound horrible, so I'll speak extra loud. I don't have my headset with me. I left it at work, so I just want to reflect and say a couple things. Number one, all y'all who don't have moon tickets, you're gonna need moon tickets this year. You got to get your moon tickets. I got mine. Posted it on Twitter. Pay for the party and the pool. Make sure you get your stuff. We need support on this one, y'all. We changed up the venue. It's better. It's worthy. If you're not going, that's cool. Buy some anyway. Support bags. Dude puts in a lot of work. I know I'm ranting right now, and I apologize for that.
No, you're beautiful, bro. You're beautiful.
Dude put in a lot of work with the crews here. I'm seeing the back end. Get the moon tickets up, y'all. Y'all like to have these parties. I like to go to the parties. I like to do all this. He needs that support, y'all.
It's a live Bagman show. He plays his tracks. We got Crown Chakra going. We got Lemmy. We got food at the event, and then there's a second event on Sunday, the 5th, Cinco de Mayo, and it's a pool party where we're all going to rub elbows and barbecue and drink and get your smoke on. So it's going to be fire, guys. So that's where you get them.
And nobody else is doing it.
Moonparty.2ticks.com. That's where you get it.
And the prices are reasonable. Let's just keep it funky fresh. $100 a dub for everything? Come on, bro. Y'all went to the moon party last year. Your stomach was full. You was drunk. Or doing other things.
Man, they was drunk. They were fucking drunk, dude. Yeah.
This year we got security. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's get it up, dog.
Yeah. So Johnny, just so you know, we do like a live backing of XRP Bags' tracks. I'm the drummer. There's a gentleman in the chat. His name is E4. He's the guitarist. There's another gentleman named Cruz. He's going to play bass this year. He's a newbie. He's the fresh blood to the band. And then, of course, on stage is Bagman himself, XRP Bags. And then we've got Lady E on a lot of the tracks. She raps flawlessly. She's amazing. And then a couple other artists, too. So it's a full bona fide show. And that's what we're doing that Friday night. So I think you're going to have fun.
That's awesome.
They actually played at Australia. They just came back from Australia.
Yeah, we went to Gold Coast, the conference in Gold Coast, and we played there live. So that was fun. So yeah.
Hey, I got a question for you guys.
Go ahead.
I got a question for you. So anybody can actually join us live in this room? You just
buddy. Just take this link.
Because that's my man Abs right there. Yo, Abs, get in here.
Get him in.
Get in here, Abs.
This is the best.
Put some balls on.
Abs is the greatest.
Put some balls on, Abs.
In the world. I'm going to tweet it out.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm going to go tweet it to him right now. Give me a second. We got to get my man.
Let's fucking go, bro.
Hey, Johnny,
you got 6 links there, dude. You can't miss it.
Johnny, he could hit it in YouTube. We just posted it all.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, you posted it right here?
Yeah.
What's that?
You want to hear something funky, fresh, crazy?
Let's hear it.
When these guys go out to public, man, we just meet people, talk, and have a good time. Like, you can see us and touch everybody here.
Hey,
put it in your face.
You're real people.
Touch
Put it
me.
in your
Buying
mouth.
I want to be touched.
Yeah,
I'm gonna grab your ass when I see you, man.
Johnny, I'm usually buying drinks. Like, yo, get that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You
it's
buying
pretty
the
fire,
drink?
man.
Did you say
Yeah.
you're buying the drinks? Now I know who to hang out with. All right.
I
I'll
hook
be
you
there
up.
we
I
go.
hook you up. Hey, everybody knows. They be like, yo, you talk to Fuba, dog. He got a tab. He's smoking a Black and Mild. You know,
Yeah.
we have a good time.
Unless he's drunk the night before.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, this one it can hold 10 on deck. Right now we have 7. So
So we have
Three
a
more.
documentary that's going to be shot, or they're going to interview some of the guys there. With what's the other documentary that's going to be there, Berserker?
That gonna be
Fr-
XRP
Fruition
Unleashed?
Productions.
yeah,
That-
fruition.
Yeah, that's XRP Unleashed, right?
Yeah. So they're gonna come over and film us. too,
Nice.
that
And
night.
y'all,
Yeah,
y'all
so-
are welcome to bring your crew also, because I know y'all are shooting a documentary, or maybe it's already done. I don't know. But
Well,
anyways,
it's the same one. So we're in.
Oh.
that one. We
good.
so Abs and I, Coach filmed in it last month. Abs and I, we just got filmed last month. We did our scenes, and then they're going to be coming to our Freedom Conference next week, and they're going to be filming behind the scenes there, and they will be at XRPL Vegas as well. And it sounds like they're going to be at your party too.
yes.
So that's really cool. Yeah, those guys, Chris and those guys, and Maya, shout out to those guys for what they're doing, putting together this whole entire thing to be able to bring together. Like, think about, 2 years, 3 years from now, people are going to be able to look back and see the whole entire, history of what's been going on with XRP and actually ETHgate too, for that matter. So very, very excited. Those guys have done a great job.
You know,
Yeah,
you know what I saw with their documentary, the way they were explaining and talking it through. It reminds me of that Bitcoin documentary that hit Netflix years ago, right?
Oh, the Bitcoin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think down the line, it'll get picked up by Netflix, and they're going to be like, "Wow!" And they're making history.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
I agree.
Not just
doubt.
they're making history, we're making history.
Oh yeah, this is me and Buster have had a conversation, a deep I haven't had a chance to call you, Zerker, but me and Buster got deep the other day. Like, yo, I'm thinking this, and this. So
Yeah.
now let's go back to that technology.
Got to keep the vibes up, bro. That's what it's about. Keep the vibes
With
up.
anything when it comes to technology, you have the portion where you've got new products being released on the market, and we call them legacy systems in the IT world. You got your legacy that's still around, and if the legacy can't keep up, it goes away.
Exactly.
It goes away. So
100%.
money grams, all that stuff, it may be legacy for a while, but if they don't get their game up, guess what? They're out of here.
100%.
They're like Blockbuster.
Yep.
Blockbuster was the stuff.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it was.
Until Netflix.
Remember
Netflix came and destroyed everybody, bro.
Remember
Everyone's
Redbox?
happy, though.
Remember
Yeah,
Redbox?
Redbox.
You
Yeah.
fucking rent the
They're still
DVD.
around, actually. Redbox are still
Are they
around.
really?
Crazy enough. Yes.
So one thing I just wanted to say real quick is like the whole point of stable coins and all this stuff is just to move value from point A to point B instantly. That's all it's really for. Like at the end of the day, when you're cashing out, you're gonna cash out in the country's native currency. So and that whole situation is only up to people's central banks or people's treasury or whatever financial monetary system that they go through. But at the end of the day, the whole point is to connect. Is everything is scattered, nothing is connected, and you're just trying to make everyone connected by having a level playing field, like this keeps saying. And with this system, with the level playing field system, you're able, for example, someone in a villager in some low country can do commerce with someone that's in their VR headset in a first world country. And that's really what's happening here, is that there's more people with cell phones and less people with banks. But now we're moving to the ages, as long as you have a cell phone, you have a bank and you can transfer value.
That's right. That's
nerdy.
exactly what Cardano's trying to do, is banking, right? By being able to create connectivity. If you think about most of third world countries, they don't even, they all have cell phones. They have cell phone infrastructure,
Exactly.
and being able to bring a technology like crypto that can be done from phone to phone, peer to peer. That's going to be a game changer. That is really going to enable.
Oh yeah, yep.
No
And
question about it. And that's actually, believe it
Mhm.
or not, what's got the elites scared. Think about it.
Exactly.
You're
Yep.
now operating a monetary system
Mhm.
outside of the monetary system they set.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And that's why I
Exactly.
really love Link in quant because of the interoperability that they bring. You know, at the end of the day, when the internet started happening back in the late 90s, it wasn't very effective because if I had, you know, if I was using Netscape or if I was using a Mac and you were using an IBM computer, we couldn't send emails to each other. People don't realize that what brought it all together was something called TCP/IP. It's a standard that allowed everything to communicate together. And that's what Link and Quant are trying to do, is all these blockchains, let's face it, guys, we're never going to get mass adoption if these things aren't talking to each other. If every one of these blockchains are in their own silos and this one does that, that one does that, and they ain't cross-chain with each other, forget about it. We ain't going anywhere.
Exactly.
So be on the lookout for interoperability, and that's why you guys talked earlier, like, what are you investing in? For me, that's one segment I absolutely love, is interoperability. Things like Link, things like Atom, things like Quant. I also love the gaming sector because everybody and their mother, nobody wants to work this generation. These kids are so damn lazy. When they find out they can get paid to make money, you know, playing games and making money, they're going to be sent home with a stupid headset on their heads playing video games, right? So gaming, I think, is going to be good. And then AI narrative, right? AI is going to be big. There's no question about it. The AI narrative. And then the last one, so the fourth section I like, is tokenization. Tokenization of real world assets. Larry Fink has already done the biggest WWE heel turn in history, going from, you know, crypto is bad and Bitcoin is so bad, it's nefarious, it's only used for, you know, pedophiles, and now all of a sudden you heard Larry a couple months ago that crypto is a flight to safety and security. You're on.
So you gotta realize, Larry's a numbers guy, right? Larry don't care how you feel. Larry looking at the books.
He didn't want the
Larry doesn't care about your
feelings. That's it.
Larry said, hold on. We losing. The money's going this way. Hey, pivot. That's the key word in corporate America. Pivot.
Oh, yeah. They got their head on a swivel because those some of bitches, them heads are swinging. Ain't no doubt about that.
If you can do it.
Well, your money's over there. Oh, yeah, that's a good thing now. I like that. You know, It's so,
Jamie Dimon will boldface lie to you and still be like, yeah, don't buy crypto. Oh, no, crypto's garbage. Hey, y'all get that order in.
Like Coach always says, you're looking this way and they're doing something over there. Always do what they do, not what they say.
Yeah, and he's so bold, he'll do it on Bloomberg News on a Sunday on you.
Bro.
They paid fines for manipulating gold prices. They got busted several times for manipulating gold prices.
How about JP Morgan?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They don't care. They pay. I don't know the numbers, so I forgot the numbers, but I know it's like 1/20th. They like pay $1 billion in fine, and they make $20 billion. So who gives a shit? I'll pay $1 billion in fine. So if I make $19 million,
they're doing the same thing with crypto. That's what I mean. That's
what those companies do. I'm a corporate guy. They do a risk analysis on what they're doing.
Correct.
And a risk analysis says, SEC or whoever's going to find us this. Well, what's the profit margin look like? Hey man, we can make $3 billion, but we're gonna pay $120 million. Okay, let's do it.
Sign me up. Of course.
Just like that.
If
they catch us, they catch us. They don't. They catch us. We got the money anyway. It don't matter.
GDLT, what up, player?
What up? How's it going, guys?
What's up, bro?
Hey, talking about interoperability. Let's not forget about Interledger Protocol, right? Interledger Protocol connecting everything, not just blockchain ledgers, every ledger, all the money. Let's go.
Johnny, meet GDLT. He's also a fan favorite on YouTube. Go hit subscribe.
How's it going, man?
How we doing?
I like that Merlin app, man. That's a good. It reminds me of Blockfolio from back in the day, but Blockfolio, rest in peace.
Yeah, exactly. Plus, we took Blockfolio and put it on steroids. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
steroids.
I like the
consume and not kill you.
Exactly, like your notifications for selling, or at least letting you know you've reached your target, and then you're deciding from there what you want to do. That's awesome, man. I'll look into it.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that, man. If you guys all, we're always looking for partners too, influencers in the space to talk about it and spread the word. So try it out. If you're interested in partnering with us, reach out to me, man. Just send me a DM,
nice,
or tweet, and we'd be happy to work with you.
Awesome.
What's up, Dole?
Cool.
Nice. Dual citizen on deck. What's up, pimp?
What's up, dude?
What's up, guys?
Duels
up,
from
bro?
Chilling,
Canada.
brother. Yeah. Chilling.
Duel's going to Vegas, baby. Let's go.
I'm
go.
coming, dude.
Vegas,
Coming to
I
baby.
can't
Vegas,
wait.
bro.
So
Yeah.
yeah, my wife woke me up the other morning, whispered in my ear at 7 a.m. I think you should go to Vegas. I'm like, am I dreaming?
Nothing.
Good
What?
wife. That's a keeper right there, brother.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Any
You know-
wife that sticks with you in crypto for years and
Oh, yeah.
puts up your bull crap or your whining, your complaining,
to
your
Vegas.
emotions as a guy, you got to keep her for
Yeah.
sure.
And if she's
Yep.
wearing,
My wife has put up with
she's
me
wearing
for
an
4 years.
XRPL jacket and a stellar shirt, even better.
No, no
Yeah.
wife 2.0 for me. So she might want to upgrade to hubby 2.0. We'll see. As
That
I'm
depends
not
on how
getting
much
any.
XRP you're
Yeah, your
holding.
wife owns XLM, doesn't she?
No. Yeah, well, she
She's
through
living
me,
a better
she
life
owns.
right now.
Yeah, she owns it all through me. But yeah, no, there's the uglier I get as I age, I just look at my dad and I apologize to my wife. I'm like, I'm so sorry. It's not gonna be good.
Don't worry. Just show her your XRP bag. She'll be with you.
Oh yeah, them bags show.
Yeah, why she want my bags now?
You know, what's really crazy? I'm making my episode 10, and I was just going through the new technology, and there's a company called Icon, and Icon is literally this 3D printing homes, and they're making their whole thing automated, where one person can print cheap homes. It's like $35 per square foot. It's crazy. And the craziest part is that when you go look into the system, what we're moving into, like blockchain, is like the payment sector is just basis. This is level 1. This is nothing. This is just the infrastructure. After this comes in DPIN and IoT and a whole connected world. Now, the crazy part is that what Elon is doing with Neuralink, and what there's a University of Washington, and they're working on a virtual reality contact lens. So basically, we're gonna move it. We're gonna be going into an era where, like, the people who are disabled or don't or lack mobility or anything like that, they're gonna have a new life. They're gonna have new technologies and new things that's gonna enable them to live again, right? And so the future looks really, really beautiful in that part. But also, they'll come to a point where your Neuralink, so your smartwatch will be in contact with your Neuralink, and your Neuralink interface is going to be in contact with your contact lens, and your contact lens is basically your screen, right? And you're able to order something, or call an Uber, order food, whatever, and a drone comes and drops it off, or Uber comes in and picks you up, and the whole thing is you just thought it. You thought about an idea and it happened, which is crazy to even think of. Go ahead, Puma.
Hey, Nerdy, real quick, can you do me a favor?
What's up, bro?
Can you drop the link to Icon, or drop the website, Icon's link in the chat?
Sure.
And here's the reason why, people. You need to fill me on this. Y'all need to go buy their crypto domain name.
Oh, I'm gonna throw it out there, buddy.
Takes a moment right here. Yeah, drop
Soldier
the
Judah, $2 super chat.
I'm gonna wallet
Appreciate
out
you,
right
brother.
now. I'm about to go get it. You know, I'm about to go buy all the rest of it. Somebody else from BB to it.
Is
Shout out
XTC
to you,
a great
Philma.
AI coin? I'm not sure on AI side of it. XTC is a great coin though. Nerdy would know if they're in the AI game. I haven't heard of it, but I'm sure all of them were.
I mean, if they're digital currencies, they're in the AI game. Like, who are we kidding? You know, like,
I'm curious to
people are
see who's
looking for
going to win. Or
specific cryptos in that direction. But ASI is a good one.
Yeah, with the AI game, if you guys are paying attention to Microsoft and NVIDIA, they had a partnership, and one of their partnerships is they're trying to make the corporate world being able to adopt their own language model. So, for example, like each company will be able to take their data, like Fuma's saying, like their legacy data, and putting it into a language model, and then that language model would automate reports. It would give them any kind of information they need instantly from a generated model, which is crazy to even think. Now, hold on, Fuma.
No, keep going. You preaching. I'm telling y'all what's happening right now. I'm dealing with it.
Now, the second part is that Microsoft is working with SAP, and SAP selected Morpheus Network to be their for their logistics. Now, the crazy part is that not only are companies going to be able to create a language model with legacy data for shipping or logistics or whatever, but they can actually track and trace each container of what it holds, what's in the box of each container, where it came from, what time it came from, all in real time. So shipping documentation, all this stuff is going to be fully verified and automated.
Sensors, dude.
Yeah, you're gonna have shipping ports that we're gonna have less staff, and if you even pay attention to the shipping sector, they're already moving into automation, where there's electric crates, literally just picking up these things and dropping them off. Like the future is now I understand why Ray Dalio and Morgan and all these people keep putting out that most of the payments are going to be machine to machine, because it makes completely sense. Like micro payments are going to be massive. It's crazy.
Drops.
Machine. You guys see the movie Terminator?
Exactly, bro.
Tell you, man. Got to be careful what you wish for. Ain't no doubt there's a double-edged sword here setting up.
Oh,
so
most
nerdy,
definitely.
Nerdy, I'll vouch for you 100%. I work for a company, and internally we're looking. Not even we're looking. There's a team building AI that, if you need something that the company has on an internal website, you no longer have to dig and look for it. You just talk to the AI and it'll spit the document out or show you where it's referenced at. Like, that's happening now, people. I'm dealing with it.
Yeah, there's no doubt. People are going to become less. There's going to be less reliance on people when they automate the whole entire system. And once everything's bridged and you have everything on the blockchain and everything's public and available, so Morpheus is what he's talking about there. But Morpheus and VeChain are two logistics supply companies that kind of track cradle to grave.
Hey, Johnny, I got a question, and I don't know. This is me just not knowing and trying to take a shortcut instead of research it my damn self. Are there foundations like behind Chainlink or companies behind Chainlink and stuff like that? And like, I know what's behind Ripple, I know it's behind Stellar, but like some of those other ones you're mentioning, are there companies behind it or foundations behind it?
Yeah, so I'm not sure the exact structure behind them, but I know a lot of them do have foundations behind them typically. That's driving them, especially Chainlink. Chainlink's massive.
Yeah, Chainlink for sure.
I love Chainlink. That's
Chainlink's awesome.
Is it called the Chainlink Foundation? I'm gonna Google it, and the reason why is I'm that guy that goes and looks at the foundation, see who's in your board.
Yes.
See who invested in you.
That's right.
Like, oh.
Actually, it's funny that you said that, Fuma. That's exactly. Usually, whenever I invest, same thing. I'm searching, trying to. All I care about is who are the investors that got in. Because if you see them big boys getting in there, you want. Like we always say, don't do what they say, but do what they do. If they're investing
those coattails, baby,
you want to be in those technologies too. That's why, like, when I see Animoca brands investing in things, Dapper Labs investing in Flow. The reason why I love Flow is because of the people in Flow, the investors behind it. To me, when you look at that, it's like, wow, that there's a lot of big money, a lot of VC money, but a lot of big players with a lot of connections. And let's face it, the bottom line is money talks and bullshit walks. The big boys know what they're doing. And I want to be putting my money where they're putting their money. I mean, they may not all win, but you got a better chance of winning if you're investing and doing what the elites are doing than doing it yourself. So I use AI a lot of times, Fuma, to tell me who invested in these. Now, it's not always accurate, but I'll usually use it to at least start the research, to start digging into what investors are in there. Did they do, funding rounds? How many funding rounds did they do? Do they have a max supply? So important to know about a max supply. I'm not interested in coins that don't have a max supply because, you know what? I'm already living with the dollar. Fucking fiat. They're pumping that son bitch up every day, making more and more.
Ether.
Yeah.
Ether.
Exactly. No supply.
Things like ChatGPT and Gronk, or not Gronk. Grok, right, for the X platform. Those things, these AI assistants are replacing the search engine hoop that we all jump through.
What you're going to see is they will be the new search engine. That will be the search engine. You're already seeing it. They're integrating AI into the engine, and it's just going to be an AI-driven search engine. In another 3-4 years, I can't imagine any search engine is not going to be fully AI.
100%. Yep.
Google's incorporated in already.
Yeah, it has to.
Because most of the time when you use the search engine, you're asking a question like, whatever. It could be any question, and then you get the answer for it, but it's like in the form of different websites that you could go to get that answer. Versus the AI just like does all that stuff for you and then gives you the collected.
Exactly.
That's really what all AI is
Summarizes
right
it
now,
all.
right? You're
Yep.
right. It's just an aggregator of all that data that's out
Absolutely. And it lies though sometimes. You got to be careful.
there. Yeah, actually, you know what?
It
I'm glad you
doesn't
said that,
know.
Cole.
model.
Yeah,
Trust
it
me,
is
man.
not accurate. I've tested it in like 60
Again, you need intelligent people to leverage it that
Right.
know what they're doing. Because I'll tell you, some of the answers I've gotten back on questions. So I asked it once if I was handsome, and it told me I am. So clearly a liar. Clearly.
Another thing is what people don't see.
You were doing. You run them SQL and them Oracle queries against it. Trying to get some code.
Dude, it wrote all my Python code, dude, for the company I was working for. Now we had to check it and integrate it, but it did everything for us. We just posed the questions properly. And it's unbelievable, the technology. I can't wait to be in the woods and not have to use it.
Okay, talking about the woods, another cool feature is, for example, like Dovu. Dovu's another big one. What they're doing is they're aiming at agriculture. So they're aiming at the farming industry and how to, so you can track and trace how your crops are growing. It's live data. So if your crops need any nutrients, it'll have it right away. Another big thing is that farmers are moving towards a circle model of farming, where there's a bunch of circles and then there's a sprinkler system in the middle, and it goes around and it does all the crops for you. So that's all just automated agriculture. Caterpillar had another thing where all their machinery that does construction can be automated and can be done within, like, for example, I'm sitting in my room, I can have my VR glasses on and I can be controlling a Caterpillar, I can be controlling a crane or whatever, and that's straight from my house. No, the crazy part is that if you look at New York just had a vendor out there, a store, and the crazy part is that they outsourced their staff from the Philippines, and they literally just had a screen there as a receptionist that was taking payments. And that's insane, that we're going to move into an era where there's going to be more screens everywhere, and human interaction will slowly just die down over time. I mean, it sounds really depressing, but I mean, that's exactly what's happening.
That's their whole goal, is to have you engaged in the internet or online, or your eyes on these screens all the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. It frees us up though to do other things too, right? Like, I mean, people don't necessarily have to.
Well, the thing about like liberal states, like for example, here in California, we had a huge mass layoff because of the $20 wage. And like, that's the thing, like, people don't really understand about business, is that a business only makes a certain profit margin within a year. So they have to keep that profit. And if you start raising wages and you can't really pay your staff, like you're paying your staff more than what you're making, what are you going to do at that point? You're going to you'd rather just take that same amount of money and invest it into an automation. For example, like a lot of fast food workers, a lot of fast food stores are moving towards automation, like robotics, where a robot is making your burger or a robot is doing your fries or whatever. Taco Bell and McDonald's is a big one.
Hey, real quick, team, I got to give it to you. You're 100% right, Johnny. That company is called Miso Robotics. The robot is called Flippy.
Mm-hmm.
You can buy that stock right now before it's pre-IPO. Just want to let you know. See how I know.
Japanese have automated robots serving customers. They've had that for 2 years. There's
isn't there a fully automated McDonald's already in Texas?
McDonald's and a Taco Bell in Texas.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah. I mean,
I sometimes
Amazon.
go into my local McDonald's and say, you know that your job is going to be gone in a few years.
These robot employees need our digital assets, right? So we need to, own more than the robots are going to own. That's what I know.
Amen to that.
We want the robots fighting for drops, not us.
Yeah, if you look at Amazon and you look what NVIDIA is doing with Omniverse, if you pay attention to what they're doing, they're literally just making a digital twin of their shipping thing, and then having automation, like robotics, come in, and then the robot has a map laid out, and the robot knows where to go or not to go, and what packet is what. They even have, like, whenever they're doing the packages, there's cameras on there that's scanning and that knows what package is wrong, and it can even replace a package that is wrong. So with these things, is what the company is getting rid of is theft, right? or they're getting rid of people who take vacations or downtime. They're literally just eliminating downtime and using the same profits to just make the services better. Drone drop off. Blimps are coming back. I mean, the world is going to look pretty crazy. A lot of people don't really understand what is really happening.
It's funny you say that. That's the reason why Congress and other people are trying to push that 32-hour work week right now.
Yeah,
because they know it's like, okay,
yeah,
let's get in front of this. Let's say they're doing 40 hours at 8 hours, the robots will take care of, right? They're trying to dwindle down the work week as slowly as possible because they know the automation is coming.
Yeah.
Why couldn't they just allow you to rent a robot and let it go to work for you, and you get the salary and sit on your butt at home? That could be a form of.
Most people can't afford it.
Well, if we're going to have a universal basic income and we're going to have a certain amount of allotted income,
I don't think that's going to cover robots, though.
Yeah,
the UBI is not going to be that good.
Yeah, so the basic
if one company's going to come in and dominate one space, I mean, they're all going to be fighting for that same space. Why not utilize free money that you're getting to buy a replacement for your job, essentially? I see a world where we actually are using robots to do our job for us.
Corporations don't move that way.
You'll just donate your likeness to the AI, and the AI will create a robotic version of you that'll do what you're doing.
Yeah, so
that's what I mean. I see a world where we live in that's going to happen. That's where I see us getting to. I mean, nobody's going to want to do a 40-hour work week like you're saying. It makes perfect sense, especially if we can hire a robot to go do the job for us.
The thing about robots.
So let me back it
up.
Go
ahead. I'll go after you.
You aren't going to do anything. The corporations will do it.
The real question is,
you will be laid off.
That's right. Let's talk
they
about
will buy the robots, hire an engineer to roll them out, to go to the assembly line, do what they got to do. Already been there at another company that started doing it. And that's it. You will be on that side of the fence. The robots and the engineers who can maintenance the robots.
Exactly.
On this side of the fence. We're talking about resetting skill sets and you going away.
Yeah.
And the problem is you're going to need a few people that can fix the robots, right? But the reality
exactly.
What the hell is the rest of the world?
For you. In 1998, I went out to South Korea because I worked for Daewoo. I used to sell cars for them. We went to a Daewoo factory. They had robots, not like humanoid robots, but the big ones that Ford has and all that.
Yeah.
Putting cars together.
Yep.
Yeah.
I looked at this factory in 1998, and you know who I saw there? Robot technicians and people who worked in the office if you got hurt. They had a little area where if you got hurt, like a medical center, that's who was there. And they imported labor from Pakistan to work on the robots.
Look at
this 1998.
If you got kids, there's two jobs you want to become: either a software programmer or a robot technician. Because the reality is, when you think about what we're talking about, everything with all the data that's going to be out there, and everything's going to be ingested and connected together, humans will be obsoleted in almost all jobs. So the question is, what the hell are 6.5 or 7 billion people going to do when we ain't working? We don't have jobs. UBI ain't gonna work, guys, because you can only print so much money and then it ain't worth shit. Keep printing money, keeps going down in value. They're gonna give you $1,000 of UBI, and you're lucky if you buy a gallon of milk with it. So,
they'll have their basic needs met, right? Or they revolt.
Well, here's the thing: you just said it. So basically, everybody's quality of life is going down because if you're gonna give UBI and you're printing more of it, because who's generating that income, right? It ain't free. There's no such thing as a free lunch. You got to generate that money. You're printing more income. You're devaluing it every time you print it to give it away in UBI. It's just going down and down and down in value. So your $1,000 you get every month is actually a slightly less worth every month. It's less and less. It's buying you less and less to the point where you're going to be like, holy shit, I can only buy 3 cheeseburgers this week and I'm out of money.
Yeah. So there's another thing about the mass
like that now.
And another thing about the mass layoffs is that when you're laying off all those people, those are less people with an income. So there's less people purchasing anything. So in order to keep the corporate structure rolling, you need to give people money so they can purchase things, and then the things that they purchase goes back into the government, goes back into the corporation. The corporations get a cut, and it goes back and it's a wheel. It keeps going. So the only reason why people are getting UBI services,
I'll give you guys the model of what happens.
Paper subscriptions.
I'll give you the corporate model of what happens. I'm a hatchet man, so I deal with this stuff often. The big corporations, I'm not going to say their names, but the big corporations will do the layoffs. The small companies who can't afford to have the automation off the bat, they'll absorb those peoples.
Some of them,
not all of them, some of them, right? Those people will either have to get new skill sets to do other stuff, or they'll go by the wayside. That's why, and I tell people this, I'm an IT security manager, but I'm probably going to go get trained to be a plumber.
Yeah, I'll have a robot for that too, though.
But I'll probably be rich as hell, after this crypto thing. But if I was a person on the outside looking in, I'm not in crypto, I'm not looking at that, I would say, you know what? This job is going to be automated. I'll be a plumber. I'll be an AC person. I'll do all these things, and I have to retool myself. If I don't retool myself, I'll be on the corner.
I've got great experience on clogging my son's toilet with a plunger. Maybe I'll join you in that plumber job.
Hey, everyone needs to take a dump, whether they like it or not.
100%. And let me tell you, son, you ever try to get a plumber to show up? Good for all you gotta do is answer the phone. You'll be the richest plumber in the world. Let me tell you, just show up. Those guys never freaking show up when you need them.
Yeah.
Hey,
Johnny, I got
$150 an hour.
Got a brother that's a plumber, so I know. I did it for 2 years.
Or a software engineer. Sorry, you had a question. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah. So last time you and Abs were sharing the same screen. What happened there? I got in kind of late, and then I think your volume, your audio was going out. So do y'all have a studio where y'all can just go over to his office?
Nah, we're spread out all over the country. We're in different areas, but I was down in Florida last week for work. So, and he lives down there. So obviously he was in Tampa. He lives near Tampa.
Okay. Tampa's not bad.
Yeah. So I was down there for work. I was like, you know what? If I'm down there, I'm going to go see a brother, he's a good friend of mine. So I just hung out at his house for a couple of days. So that's where we did the show together, and his cheap ass didn't have a good enough internet. Wi-Fi. I'm just kidding. I love him. But his Wi-Fi couldn't support both our computers. So I was like, screw it. I shut mine down and just sat next to him, and we were in his office together doing the show. But no, we don't have.
What part of Florida were you in originally? What part of Florida were you in originally?
I was in Orlando, and he's in Tampa. So we were. So I just went to visit him while I was down there for a couple of days.
Man, we're right down the street from you, dude. I'm in Melbourne right now, but I'm either in Palm Coast, in Daytona.
I'm in Melbourne.
Right, I'm in Melbourne, and
oh, you guys are Florida guys. I love it.
Oh yeah, we're Florida, yeah, man.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, I'm up here in the Northeast, the cold ass Northeast. Although it is warm, it is getting warm now. But yeah, you guys are in a good spot.
Yeah, were you in New York? Where you at?
I'm in Connecticut. Yeah, I'm close to New York, about an hour away.
Connecticut's not bad. It's not bad. A little chilly.
And not bad in July, in August. Yeah, you're right.
Well,
Circle with 15 minutes overtime. I thought you were watching the clock.
Bro, I've been sleeping.
Chilling.
Yeah, he's chilling like a villain up there. Check him out, chilling up there.
Hell yeah.
Hey, next time you're in Florida, I'm gonna give you my information. Let's hook up. We'll deal with it.
Absolutely. We'll definitely. Let's do that. Follow me on my Twitter is JohnnyCrypto00. If you can't follow me on Twitter, so we could DM and or actually, I'll put it in the private chat so you can.
You'll meet everybody at the moon party. We'll chop it up, and whenever you want to come in, the guys usually share the link after about 20 minutes once the show starts. But if you want to hop on, just DM any of us, and you can go in backstage if it's okay with you, Berserker.
Absolutely, bro.
Thank you.
We usually try to keep it around an hour. So we're gonna go ahead. Yeah. Customarily, we usually do something called minutes, like a proper boardroom, and Nerdy does the minutes. So Nerdy, would you honor us, sir?
Oh yeah, sure. You don't have to make my screen bigger or nothing. That's fine.
Roger. But I got to though. Bro.
Okay, go.
I got to. Okay. Go ahead, bro.
All right, glitches. Get yourself some real money. Get yourself some gold and silver. Don't be stupid. The future's
Don't
coming.
fuck this
The
up.
future's here, whether you like it or not. Just understand that at the end of the day, there's going to be a wealth gap, and you're at the prime. You're at the prime time to be on what side of the fence you want to be on. Make smart choices. You only get one shot. Don't F this up. Later, glitches.
Love it. Nerdy, thank you very much. And
Hell
Johnny and everyone in the chat, we appreciate you guys. So thanks for coming in, and we'll catch you on Coffee Time next Sunday. So we do this twice a week. Tuesday night is Boardroom. Sunday morning is Coffee Time, all Pacific Standard. We're on the West Coast. So we love you, and keep your heads up, guys. Let's go ahead and probably push. Let's do generational bag. I love that shit. Let's go. Later, guys.
Thank you.
Opportunity of a lifetime, better seize it. Been getting to these bags all bear season. Eating, big bull season. Rise of the phoenix. 1% on me, they gon' call us genius. Busters want your bags in, why they so mad? Your ass fell asleep like a quick nap. I told you wake your ass up, better get that. Generational wealth, yeah, we got that. Holding those generational, generating big bags. Hyper motion lottery, hope you got to that bag. I be stuffing those bags. That's my generational big bag. Started at the bottom, rose up to the top. We changed the landscape, are you ready to rock? Back man, back fam, and the party don't stop. We went from working jobs, now we calling the shots. Mothership 589 and we bout to lift off. Gotta scoop more fam before we take off. Your back stacked up cause you feeling the pop. 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, are you ready? Moonshot. I'm holding those generational, generating big bags. Hyper motion lottery, hope you got to that bag. I be stuffing those bags. That's my generational big bag. And we gone like that, bitch, you missed the party. Sipping on some moon juice mixed with Bacardi. And normally I don't drink, but I'm with the army. And I got so drunk, damn, they left a bag. And my spaceship almost ran out of gas, oh no. Autopilot feel like we in slow-mo, but we really going super turbo. Super. I'm holding those generational, generating big bags. Hyper motion lottery, hope you got to that bag. I be stuffing those bags. That's my generational big bag.